Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we are going to be talking about highlighters today. We are going to go through my collection and I'm going to show you some of my favorite things, and I'm going to also declutter some. So this is one that's going to be hard for me because I am obsessed. I hate to use that word and I don't use it lightly, but I really am obsessed with highlighters. I think that it probably is my favorite makeup product. Every time I say that to myself, I'm like, no, but I love this, but I love that, but I love that. So I love it all, but I think it's highlighters, then eyeshadow, then blush. I think that might be my order. I just love highlighter. It just makes me happy and I can't get enough of them. I feel like I always want a new one. So I do need to really go through my collection and decide what I'm going to keep, what I'm going to get rid of. I hope you enjoy my highlighter collection and declutter, so just keep on watching.
All right, so let's get started. I'm definitely nervous about this one because I absolutely love highlighters, but I do know that there are some that I'm definitely going to get rid of. So let's just jump right into it. So these three at the bottom, I definitely know that I'm keeping. These are my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, and I love these so much. So this one is in the shade Opal. And this one can be a little bit dark for me, but I make it work and I definitely can get away with it more in the summertime. And especially because I can also put it, on my shoulders and I can put it on my collarbone. I really like to use it that way. Also, this is in my project pan, so I definitely am going to keep working on it. You can see I'm doing pretty well there. So hopefully I'll hit pan pretty soon because that's my goal. This one is the famous Champagne Pop, and I love this one. I definitely won't be getting rid of that one either. Again, maybe is slightly dark for me. I don't know. People talk about how this is too dark for them, but I feel like I can get away with it, and I'm pretty fair, so I don't know. I do love this one, and I have it in other palettes and whatnot, but this is my only single that I have of it. And then this one was like the newer one to me. This one was supposed to be limited edition, but they still seem like they have it on their website. So I don't know what the deal is there. Maybe once they sell out of it, then it's gone. I'm not really sure, but this is in the shade Prismatic Amethyst. Oh, it's so pretty. It's really unique. If you like sort of those iridescent type of colors, this one is gorgeous. The formula is so nice on these. And I mean, look at that. You can see that shift in that little bit of purple, but it's not like obnoxiously purple. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I absolutely love this one, and I will definitely not get rid of it. So then I have my two ColourPop Super Shock Cheek highlighters, I think is what they're called. Yeah, and I talked about this a little bit in my blush declutter that I'm not as big of a fan of this formula anymore. I did like it originally, but I'm just not a huge fan anymore. So I know that I want to get rid of this one. This is the shade Wisp. This is a beautiful one. I know people love this one, but even though it's beautiful, I just don't get a lot of use out of it. So I know I have other ones that are like this, so I'm definitely going to get rid of that one. As far as this one, it is very pretty, and I was thinking about keeping this one because it's a little more unique, but I feel like it's a similar kind of effect of the Becca one that I just talked about, this Prismatic Amethyst. So I kind of feel like I don't need this ColourPop one because if I'm going to reach for a color like this, I'm honestly going to go for the Becca one. So it is really pretty, you can see, and I do like the formula. Yeah, see, it's a little more intense in that, purple shift than the Becca one, but it's still kind of the same idea. And like I said, I mean, it is a really nice formula, but it's almost like a cream, so I just don't get as much use out of the creams as I used to. Okay, so I'm gonna pull down my liquids that are up there, and we'll talk about some of those. This one I'm definitely going to get rid of. This is, I believe I got this in like as a point perk or something like that. This is the Clinique Chubby Stick. So again, a cream, that's kind of why I'm getting rid of it. It's okay, it's pretty. It's just not like, it doesn't blow my mind, It's very pretty, but I don't know, it is easier to use because it comes, oh, you can see my watch there. It is easier to use because it's in like a stick like this, so you can just kind of like paint it on, but I don't know, I don't find that I use it that way. And it is really pretty, but I just feel like someone else can use this more. I just don't reach for products like these as much anymore. Then I have my two Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector liquids, and I had gotten this one first,
This is a good size to buy, by the way, because this lasts you a long time. Like, to go through these, it takes a really, really long time. And you can see, I mean, you can see how much I've used in there. You can kind of see through the packaging a little bit. I've used this a ton. This is in the shade Moonstone. This is really like my perfect shade of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors. And I love this. I use either one of these. This is Pearl. I use either one of these mixed in with my foundation, or I'll put this on before my foundation if it's a sheerer foundation. You can use this on your cheekbones, you know, any way that you want, but they're beautiful. So as far as liquids go, these I would highly recommend. And the big size can be pretty expensive, so I recommend either getting that on sale or getting one of these small sizes, because I'm telling you, this lasts a very, very long time. I've had this a while and I've used it a ton. So these are liquids that I really do get use out of. You know, the ones that you can mix in with your foundations, I find that I use that more than just like regular creams and whatnot. So I do really love these, and I'm going to keep both of them. This one here, I really thought about getting rid of this. I had tried their bronzer a long time ago and I didn't like it, just because this dries on your skin so quickly that you have so little time to work with it. So I don't like this as like a highlighter, like on my cheekbones and whatnot. I really only like this either put on before my foundation, or my favorite way is mixed in with my foundation, because it also is a little bit dark for me. You can see the color. It's, you know, just a little bit dark for me a lot of the time, but it is beautiful. It is a great formula, and even though they're expensive, they last like forever. You can see it's like liquid gold, basically. Let me show you what this looks like. You put like the tiniest little dot on, okay? Like the tiniest. And it's so brilliant. So I really do love this, but I only use it mixed in with my foundation. I thought about getting rid of this, but I do like it for that, because the other thing that I like about this one in particular mixed in is that it doesn't make your foundation too glowy or shiny. You know, if you have more like combo to oily skin, I find that it makes my foundation look glowy, but it doesn't like make me extra shiny. And some of the illuminators can do that. So that's why I like this one in particular. So I am going to keep this. Now, this is one that I am going to get rid of. This is the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. I think they sell this in different packaging now. I got this from Haute Look because I heard Nicole from Young, Wild, and Polished talk about this, and I just don't like the formula. The color's really pretty. It's very similar, I think, to this one, although you can see they're actually pretty different. I don't know. This one's lighter for sure. So I thought this color would be better for me, but the formula was kind of chunky, so I didn't really like this. I don't know what the deal was, but I'm glad that I at least got it on sale. I don't know, but maybe somebody else would like this better. It's just maybe not my favorite, but I'll show you. It is really, really pretty, but I don't know. I just find that, and it's hard to squeeze out too. You can see it's kind of hard to get. See, and like a ton squirts. I have a problem with the pump too. That's part of the problem for me for sure. But it is really pretty. You can see that's like way too much, obviously. The color's really pretty, but like, I don't know, the formula is not my favorite. Like, I don't know. So I think somebody else would like this better than me. It's just my own preferences. So I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, and the last two are kind of more like pinky toned. This one is by NARS. This is Copacabana. It's sort of like a pearly pink color. Really, really pretty. You can see that there. So I don't use this as much as I should. I really do like it. It's so pretty. It really is gorgeous. So I'm not getting rid of this one. I definitely will get more use out of this when it gets to be more like warm out and I can put this on my shoulders and other places. But I do really like this. Same way like I talked about with the Becca ones, like mixed in with my foundation, or, you know, even just underneath my foundation. It's so stunning, and this will last me like forever. And then this one is a good like cheaper alternative. They have different colors in this one. This is in light iridescent. This is the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid. This is really great if you're looking for a liquid and you don't want to spend a lot for it. I mean, you get so much product in these things, and I mean, they just last you so long because like you don't need a lot. But this is really pretty. This is another like kind of pinky toned one. Again, I don't get as much of use out of it as I should, but I will definitely get more use out of it. You can see it's pretty similar actually to that NARS one. Should I pass this one on and keep the NARS one? I don't really need both, but I kind of like having a drugstore option, especially for like a video or whatever. So I definitely think I'm going to keep this one because, I mean, it's really, really nice and it deserves more love. And It is kind of a dupe for that NARS one, maybe. They're pretty similar, right? Okay, so let's tackle more of these cream ones. So I have this one here and then these two. So this one is the Benefit What's Up. This is the little mini size. And if you've been watching my Project Pan videos, this is in my Project Pan. So I definitely am not going to be getting rid of this one. I definitely don't plan on repurchasing this once I use it up, and hopefully I will use it up before the year is up, because that's my goal for this project. I mean, if you like cream products, this is a fantastic option. And like, look how much product is in this mini. I mean, I can't even imagine how much you get in the full size. And it's a really, really nice formula. I just, as I've said in my other videos, like I just don't pull for cream products as much anymore. So it's not like my favorite, but I'm of course going to keep this one because it's in my project, so I want to keep working on it. This one here is another one I think I'm going to get rid of. This is by MAC. This is one of their cream color bases in the shade Shell, and I'm just not that impressed by this. I had heard such good things about these, and maybe this was not the right shade to get. I don't know, but I just find that this is pretty sheer and it can be a little bit glittery, and I don't always mind that, but I don't know, I wasn't that impressed with this. And again, with cream products, they're just not my favorite. So if you like cream products, I think this is nice. You can build it up. You can see that there. It's really, really pretty. And I like this color, but it's just not my favorite formula. So I think somebody else could get more use out of this than me. This product here, this is by Lancome. This is the Cushion Blush Highlighter. There's no shade, that's just the name of it. So it's, a cushion product. So you can either use this sponge, although I find that it's actually better. I've used it, you can see, but I find that I actually like this better with my beauty blender. And, it doesn't get as much attention as, some of my powder products, but it is really nice. It looks like super natural. So it's more of like a light highlighter. This is really nice if you have more mature skin. And I am going to hang on to this, but I don't think that I would repurchase this. I do really like it, though. I think that if I want something that looks a little more like glow from within kind of highlight, then this is a good one to pull for. But like I said, I don't think that I will repurchase it once I run out of it. So this one up here, this is my Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight 01. This is one of my favorite products. This is another, like, it's called Matte Radiance, but like really it's not matte. It's a beautiful soft highlight though. So it really is one of those that, I mean, it can be really soft, it can be intense, but it's a beautiful like lit from within kind of highlight. This is gorgeous. I will definitely not get rid of it. You can even see that I've made, kind of a dent in that baked powder there. It's, it's rounded. This is gorgeous. It is expensive, but it lasts forever. Like I mean, any of these highlights just last you so long. And this is one of my absolute favorites. It's so, so pretty. And this here is a Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. This one I think was a limited edition shade. This is in the shade Sunset Pink. And this is a gorgeous one. Even though this is a highlighter, technically, I use this more as like an all-in-one. And that's what I love about these shimmer bricks, especially like the bronzy shades and the pinky ones. I love that you can kind of use this as an all-in-one. So sometimes if I feel like I don't want to put on bronzer, blush, highlight, I can kind of just swirl my brush in this and put this on my cheeks. And I have almost all-in-one. I have some of those bronzy colors in there and the pink, and then also like the, the shimmer of the highlight. So I like that this is that kind of product for me. This isn't one that I like would put on as a highlight. I certainly could if I focused it a little more like right there. But this one is great as an all-in-one. They do have ones that are more like actual highlights, like, you can pick them for your skin tone. They have a lot of different colors, but these are expensive, but they are a great product. I've bought the bronzy one in the past. Like, I think it might just be called bronze. I'm not totally sure, but I've gone through a couple of those. I love this product. I don't get a ton of use out of it because I very often do just put on bronzer, blush, and highlight. But if I do want to just put on one product and call it a day, this is the one that I pull for. Okay, so in this palette, I have a couple single highlights. So let's just kind of get those out of the way. So this one right here is from Ofra. This was their collab with Dupe That, which is an Instagram page if you haven't seen it. I think they have a YouTube channel now as well. This is called You Glow Girl. They came out with 2 different ones, and when they first came out, they came in like actual compacts, but then they offered them as pans like this, and they were less expensive, so I figured I would do it that way. And this is a really pretty and really intense pink highlight, so I don't always use this because it is definitely intense, but I mean, it's gorgeous. So I will definitely not get rid of that one. I love that. And then the other one was a gift from a friend, and I've never had anything from this brand before, and I don't know anything about them. So Molly, you can kind of fill people in below if you want. It says on the back Lumie Lavish. I think maybe the brand is Lumie and Lavish is the shade. I'm not totally sure, so I have to look into that more, honestly. And this is really pretty. The formula is super soft, and like, look how gorgeous that highlighter is. So I might have to look more into this brand because I do really like this highlight. It doesn't get as much attention as it should because it's in this palette, of course, but I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous. So this is a great highlighter. I mean, it doesn't look glittery. It looks like really glowy and pretty, and it feels super soft when you put your finger in it. So this is a really, really nice one. This is another one of my absolute favorites. This is NARS Hot Sand. When it first came out, it was only in a duo, and people were going nuts over it, and it was limited edition, and so then it sold out and no one could get it anymore, and I missed out on it and I was bummed. And then they later ended up finally, thank you NARS, coming out with it in a single like this, and it is such a beautiful like peachy pink kind of highlight. It's just beautiful. I love this shade. So you can definitely go out and buy this now, and you should because it's beautiful. I love this, and I really do like the formula. They've been coming out with new formulas of highlighters, and so this is kind of their old formula. It's a similar formula to their blushes. In fact, it may be the exact same formula. I don't really know. But either way, I do really enjoy this one, and I don't think you're totally getting the full like peachy color of it. Maybe when I go like that a little bit. But it is a beautiful color, and I love this one. Then I have my two by Laura Geller. This one is the famous one. They're called the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminators. This one is in Gilded Honey. This one is in Ballerina. Gilded Honey was one that people went nuts over when it first came out because it was like sort of a dupe for MAC Whisper of Guilt and Estee Lauder Heat Wave, you know, all of those very popular gold highlighters. So you can see that there. And this is this other shade that I thought looked pretty that is called Ballerina. I do think I'm going to get rid of Ballerina. You can see that I used it quite a bit. I think that I just have other like pinky tone highlighters that I like better, so I don't reach for this as much as I originally did. So I think I'm going to put this one aside and see if anybody else wants it. And then this one, like I really don't pull for gold highlighters like this as much as I used to, but it is really, really pretty. I mean, look at that. It's gorgeous. I do have other things like it. Okay, I want to compare it to one of those in the Pixie palette because the Pixie one is pretty new to me and it's absolutely gorgeous. So this is one of their new duos in Delicate Dew. They have another shade that I'm sure is gorgeous too. I might have to check that one out because this is absolutely stunning. This is like a very intense highlight if you like that kind of thing. So I want to compare it to this. They are pretty similar, and I know that I have other golds as well, so I actually really do prefer this Pixie formula. And then look at this other shade that comes in it. Oh, like I so lightly swiped that. Just so gorgeous. You can see the Laura Geller one is just a little bit brighter of a gold, but they're very, very similar. And I do have another gold that's in a palette. So I think I'm going to put this one aside as well because someone else will get better use out of it than me. See, I'm trying to be ruthless. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. I know that I haven't been great about getting rid of things, but I definitely, I'm trying to be better. So obviously I'm not getting rid of this one. I am keeping this. I was going to keep it anyway. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm definitely going to have to check out the other shade because Pixie is definitely a little more expensive as far as drugstore goes, but it still is a little more affordable than other things, and oh, they have some really amazing products. This is absolutely stunning. Another really amazing drugstore highlighter that is actually like dirt cheap. This is a few dollars. I think that it's like $3 or $4, honestly, which is just absolutely crazy. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in 10 Be My Highlight. I don't know if they have another one, but this is such a beautiful, soft, glow from within type of highlighter. Like, look at that. It's just totally smooth. There's no, you know, chunkiness to it. It just glows on your skin. And I mean, you have nothing to lose by getting this because it is seriously like a few dollars, like, which is just absolutely crazy. They sell the brand Essence at Ulta. This is gorgeous. And people are talking about this like crazy on YouTube for good reason because I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. Just a stunning highlighter. So I highly recommend this one. Another really beautiful highlighter from the drugstore that is, you know, not quite as inexpensive. I think it may be cheaper. I'm pretty sure it's cheaper than the Pixie one, but definitely more expensive than the Essence one. This is from Maybelline. This is the Master Chrome, and they have a beautiful gold one as well, but this one is the Molten Rose Gold. I've been really much more into pinky tone highlighters these days. This one is so beautiful. This is pretty new to my collection. These are so hard to open. They're really hard to open. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. This one's pretty new to my collection. That's why it looks like I haven't used it a ton, because I have used it, I think, twice. I really just got it, but ooh, this is intense. This is definitely not for the person who likes a light highlight, but it is beautiful. If you like a pinky tone highlight and you like to glow, this is a really pretty one. All right, we're getting close. So this one is by Cover FX. This is the shade Moonlight, their highlighting powder. It's called the Perfect Light Highlighting Powder. And this one is really pretty. This is another one that can be pretty like natural, sort of glow from within type of highlight. It can be definitely built up, but you can see it's not quite as like intensely, you know, strobing as some of the other ones. But if you like that sort of thing, then this is perfect. It is a really beautiful formula and it looks beautiful on the skin. So I definitely recommend this one, especially if you like more natural highlights. This one I talked about fairly recently in my video about products that lost the hype too quickly. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion in 01. These first became really popular when they came out in contour and highlight duos, and the gold one was obviously even more popular, but this is the more pinky tone one, and this is gorgeous. You definitely need a certain type of brush to pick this up. You can't just use a fluffy brush. It's not going to pick up any product, but if you use a nice like stiff brush with it, it's gorgeous. And it's a very light iridescent kind of pink color, but very soft and beautiful, and it just melts into the skin because of the type of formula that it is. It can definitely be pretty intense, but it can be soft too. And, you know, definitely a little bit on the pricey side, but really beautiful. And I don't know why people don't talk about these anymore, because they're gorgeous. They just are absolutely beautiful. Got a little bit of highlighter on my bed there. That's all right. It's just gonna glow now. All right, so these are by The Balm. This is Mary Luminizer. I think this was like my very first highlight that I ever bought. I mean, it's a classic product and it's beautiful. It still holds up against all of these new highlighters. It's just so beautiful. I will never part with Mary Luminizer. If I use this up in my lifetime, then I would repurchase it. I mean, this is one that I would definitely get again. It is so beautiful. It can be so intense. You can definitely put it on lightly. Like, I mean, any of these you can put them on lightly. You just have to be really careful. But this one is intense and just beautiful. Now this one, I put this in my highlight collection here because it is technically a highlight. It's meant to be for like more, you know, darker skin tones. It's called the Bronzing Bandit, the Betty Luminizer. But so it's like a bronzer shade for me, but I think, you know, for darker skin tones, you could use this as a highlighter. So when I originally got this, I think that my intention was to use it as like a bronzer, because I mean, obviously I can't wear that as a highlight. You can see how beautiful that would be on darker skin tones though. But I thought, oh yeah, I'll use this as like a bronzer, like a shimmery bronzer, but like, that's not a shimmery bronzer. Like, I mean, yeah, it can be, but that's just not, it just doesn't work for me in that way. This really is meant for darker skin tones to use as a highlighter, and like, that's where it should stay. So I am gonna pass this on because I do wanna get some more like glowy, shimmery, more glowy bronzers to add to my collection. This wasn't quite what I had in mind when I was thinking about getting something like that. I don't really know what I was thinking, but it's just, it doesn't look that great. It just looks like a highlighter that's too dark for me. So I'm gonna pass this one on. So you can see this is everything that I am getting rid of. I think that I did okay with this one. I was definitely really nervous because I just love highlighter. It's one of my favorite things to wear. I just get so excited about it. I just don't even care how intense it is. I love it. I think that I now have everything in my collection that I absolutely love, and I'm passing on some things that are just not as much of my favorites anymore. None of these are bad products. I just have things that I like more. All right, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the video. How do you think I did? I mean, for my favorite makeup product, I think I did pretty well, honestly. I feel pretty good about it. I feel good about the things that I'm keeping. Like I said in my blush video, I'm going to do face palettes in a different video because my face palettes very often have a combination of highlighters and blushes, highlighters and bronzers, that kind of thing. Some of them definitely just have highlighters, but nevertheless, I wanted to save palettes for another video. So I am going to make sure and do that. Yeah, what do you want to see next? Maybe I'll do the face palettes next. I have tons of stuff that I need to go through and declutter. I need to do lip products. I need to do single eyeshadows, face palettes. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. So I'll be doing some and then we'll take some breaks because I know some people are into these type of videos. Some people are not. But either way, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel so much. Subscribe if you are not subscribed already. I would really love to see you stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.